Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Hogwarts Legacy. So we ended off the first hour there, basically running through, getting the Sorting Hat. We joined Ravenclaw, and we've gotten into our kind of our little room here where we woke up, and it wants us to find the common room. So go ahead and go out and look and see what the common room looks like. It looks like we're going upstairs. We go downstairs. Will it allow me? Oh, just more rooms. Okay. It'd be great if you just like run down for hours and all you do is just find more and more rooms. Oh, it's a bathroom. That's cool. Another room. This is starting. I'm starting to see a pattern forming here. Ooh, what's this? All the way down at the bottom. Found a chest. Oh, it's a level 3 lock. I don't even know how to get a level 1 lock. All right, we'll come back for you later, Mr. Level 3 lock. All right, so we'll go up, see what the common room looks like. Kind of continue on with the story. I want to try to do a lot of exploring and kind of just running into things that I shouldn't be doing. Excuse me. It's where I have fun. Oh,
I want to wait for the right moment.
But I want to go that way. Can I go up here?
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Oh, I can't jump in here?
Lumos.
Must be. That's not right either.
Wait. You can just grab it. Oh, well, that's just 2 bites and you eat the whole apple. All right, good, makes sense. Good talk.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Very knowledgeable. Yeah, we'll go
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Isn't it Hufflepuffs who like plants?
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
Yeah, we won't,
nice to meet you,
jump
Samantha.
straight to the insulting.
Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
All right. Now I did get my account logged in. I did get. There's some Twitch drops right now, so if you're looking for Twitch drops, there are a few Twitch drops out there.
Ah! That is not how that... Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
So there's some few Twitch drops out there if you watch your favorite Twitch streamers. I probably won't be streaming this game.
Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy?
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I'm afraid I'm not much for memorizing constellations. Enough to worry about on the ground.
Well, you should know that all fifth years must take astronomy. However, I think you will feel differently after one night up on the tower. A quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
All right, let's go ahead and run around and see who else we need to talk to.
You just have to wait for the right moment.
It's nice that you can talk to.
One
I'm sure
moment.
these are cherry-picked students.
Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm
looking
glad to
forward
be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
And I am
Hey
playing
there.
on
New
medium
Ravenclaw.
settings. I'm
Professor
using my
Weasley is
laptop
looking
right
for you
now.
just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
So if you were wondering what, my laptop is a 12700 laptop processor, 16 gigs of RAM with a 2070 video card in it. I'm sorry, 3070 video card in it. And for so far, I seem to be doing okay. Oh, I need to go downstairs now. I need to go up to come down. How does she get in here if she doesn't?
Good morning. I
know
trust you're
riddles
ready
to
for
get
your
into
first
the
day at
password?
Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Look. What the game development team did with like the visuals and capturing
What is
the
it?
world
It
is
is a wizard's
amazing.
field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
It just poofed right in his armpit.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Like just the visuals
This
here.
way.
Like I want my walls painted like that. And oh, I love that pattern.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Yeah, so it is a little bit jittery. I think my laptop, I need more RAM in it. Yeah. So the desktop does fine, but the laptop
I
does not like
certainly
this
would
one.
have appreciated something like the field guide when
I
I was a
specifically wanted to
student.
record on my laptop today just to see if how it handled. We're on, I think it's a PC.
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what
Revelio.
details the field guide can provide?
But yeah, I can see a little bit of jittering and juddering. I'll have to basically go through this area on my my desktop also. We'll see. Escape to open the field guide. Power and level. That's okay. Challenges. Wombat. Field guide pages. Collect field guide pages in Hogwarts. Okay, rewards can be claimed. Challenges menu. Okay. Easy enough. I like it. Escape to exit the field guide.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that.
Revelio.
Inside and outside of the castle.
I'm just gonna walk around for cast Revelio everywhere. So it seems to be getting better.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Well, the problem is I've already seen stuff down there. So if you're gonna go that way, it's fine. I'm gonna go this way. Oh wow, nope, can't do that. Didn't like that at all. We'll leave it on that one.
Revelio.
Bunch of different stuff on that one. Some weird puzzle to open doors, I see. And I'm stuck. I can't run. I'm stuck in walk through.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Aim to open the map. Hogwarts divided into two main areas. Left side of the map, students, professors live. Common Hall and Great Hall. Okay. Click the Grand Staircase region. Grand Staircase region. See the flue flames available in the region. Green flue flames represent flames you have discovered, including your own house, common room. Gray flue flames are available. Okay, makes sense. Let's set a map. We'll do that, and then unlock the central hall flue flame. For you, A and D can move the map around. Okay, makes sense. So their fast travel is the flue flames. So that's cool. It's good to see, like, they took, normal stuff you would expect from a game like this, and then got it put into
And
it
here
so
we
that
are. Quite the
it
time
makes sense in
saver.
the world.
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Even at medium graphics,
Always something happening
on my
here.
laptop,
It's the heart of the
the world
hive.
is still
Our
just
King's Cross
Revelio.
station, so to speak.
As far as I can see, the only potion I've learned.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Alright, so we kind of know what all that stuff is, or at least I do.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
I'm gonna go
A lot
meander
to
around.
absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
You did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
Sorry, I'm gonna take it.
Speak
Not
of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
well. I'm gonna go to Hogsmeade first. Just as soon as I figure out how to get out of here.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Track your quest from the map. So we'll hit the map. Represents main quest. Completing main quest will further the story. Some quests are locked by spells or level locks. Cases you will need a required level. Activate the quest. New spells are earned by completing professor assignments and the quest rewards. Makes sense. Defense against the dark arts. Charmed class. We'll go defense against the dark arts. Okay.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a
Well,
day
if we could just do
ahead,
that with, normal
classes and a
places
trip
like,
to Hogsmeade
airports
for
and
supplies,
schools and
including your own wand.
colleges.
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an
getting
exceptional
close.
craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Right. Welcome to Hogwarts. Complete the main quest. So it does show me a little map with my thing. Test charmed compass. Leads you Roger tracking. Oh, okay. So you hit V and you get a nice little glowy trail.
Revelio.
Meanwhile, all these guys have been here for, weeks and or years at this point, and you got some new guy running around just casting Revelio and everything. Like, I guess that's one way to okay, well, that's Well, that is a thing. That is that is something that happened. All right.
Revelio.
Okay. Pending of Lilith. All right. So obviously lots and lots of stuff to be able to do, and definitely a full world. All right, so we already got that open. We can at least sprint now. Run around with your wand out. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but you know.
Revelio.
Quest begin.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hackett!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Oh, goody. Set your wand. Got along the path. Once again, just kind of, you know, as long as you're fairly close to where you're trying to go, and you hit your the button you need to as it travels through the points.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Good. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
You're good.
How effective. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel. If only all of my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I didn't get any.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hackett. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Yeah, let's see what this guy's got to
Nice
say.
work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
First rule of Fight Club.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
Meanwhile,
Pleasure
she's right
chatting
there
with you.
listening.
I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere
set me up.
unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Completed defense against the dark arts class.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Alright. That's gone well.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I'm trying to run off on another adventure, but don't want to use the magic fairy dust trails to figure out where I'm going all the time. Okay. Alright, maybe it's time for magic fairy dust trails. Get out of there. Hit your B key. Alright. Go, Tinkerbell!
Let us keep our heads about it.
Tell me where I'm going.
I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean.
There's a lot of stuff to
Professor Roden tends to
just
go on a
kind
bit.
of.
Here, behind you. There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronen yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
Get it? All right, let's go outside. Oh, oh, scripts are a wonderful thing. All right.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Hey.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. Very good! Stay focused. Excellent control there. That's it! Very good! Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Like curling, but for wizards.
Misha.
Yes!
Accio!
Very good.
Here we go.
I was gonna try to knock hers off. I'm still gonna try to knock hers off. Oh, I didn't hit her.
Nicely done. Watch this.
Not very smart. You're gonna try to knock mine off.
That is how it's done.
Accio!
A perfect
Didn't hit it
score.
hard enough.
Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Yes!
Accio!
Yeah, if that gives her more points or not.
Splendid!
Oh, I did give her more points. I have failed.
Here we go!
Alright, time to be. Ah, I knocked hers off too.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Say that.
Accio!
Quite impressive.
Yay, I win. I want to knock over.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
That's an interesting thing to be able to pull the ball or the balls in. If you do it just right, I'm sure you can knock all of theirs off and keep yours on there. A little bit of dirty pull, it'll all work out.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can
A
use
word,
Accio
if you would.
If you're
You
so
wanted
inclined.
to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Oh, good. Bonus homework. That's the best.
Hello. How's your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother
trying
William
to
would
be
tell you
humble
not to
so
be
they
so
underestimate
humble
me.
and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
It's not beginner's luck. Raw power.
And then the
Alright, let's go back to the map. It says it wants us to try to go to Hogsmeade. Weasley after class. All right, so with that though, I'm gonna go ahead and leave off here. We will head towards that and the next location here, and then
In the Goblin
the next
Rebellion of
playthrough we'll get through there.
By the end
So
of
like I
it,
said, if you guys
the
have any
Minister for
questions, you
Magic
have
was
ideas or
Albert
things
Boot.
you want to see in the game, ooh, a cat.
I won't say my goodbyes. I shall
Kitty.
cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
All right, easy enough.
Right, it's a bold
Right.
attack.
With
Was
that,
the
we will
Minister
leave
a
off
boot
with
or the Minister a
saying hi to
flack?
Mr. Cat here. You guys
Stop
be
it,
safe, and we'll
Peeves. You'll
talk to y'all
get us in
soon.
trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't.